Welcome to Make It to Wednesday, the podcast that gets you through the week with laughs, real talk, and all the Gemini energy you didn't know you needed. We are your hosts, Carly and Karla, two best friends born a week apart, but somehow total opposites. Here, we dive into life's big questions, small wins, and messy moments. Think dating, marriage, family, pop culture, and everything in between. Whether you're thriving or just surviving, we're here to remind you you're not alone. So grab your coffee, your wine, or whatever gets you through, and let's make it to Wednesday together. Welcome back to Make It to Wednesday, a hump day podcast. We are your show hosts.
I'm Karla.
And I'm Carly, and this is episode 27.
Episode 27.
Also known as our Kacey Musgraves episode.
Yeah. Do you want to explain why?
I do want to explain why, which I need my phone to do
fair.
it. Kacey Musgraves has a song.
It's called A Deeper Well.
A Deeper Well. And her Saturn returned at the age of 27, which we looked up what that means.
Yeah.
And a Saturn return in astrology refers to the celestial event when the planet Saturn returns to the same zodiac sign and degree it occupied at the time of a person's birth. That does typically occur between the ages of 27 and 30.
Yeah.
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 It's, I guess, considered a period of significant life changes, personal growth, and a time to assess whether one is living authentically and up to their potential.
Which is perfect, considering what my word of the year is, authenticity.
Yes.
Which, next week will be 28, and, so I don't have to be authentic anymore.
No, you definitely still have to be authentic.
Okay, just making
We're still
sure.
in 2025.
So happy Kacey Musgraves episode day.
Happy Kacey Musgraves episode day. There we go. We did it.
Yeah, Carly was just telling me that she is a country singer. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I just thought she was like a pop girl.
I don't think...
Like an
I'm
Olivia
pretty
Rodrigo.
Sure
You know what I mean? She could be.
her.
I really would have no idea.
What song made her popular? Wasn't it...
I would have guessed that one.
No.
I would have no idea.
Hang on.
What? Like, she's been around for a long time, you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
For years, yeah.
I feel like she opened... I know her from, she did a cover. No, not a cover. She was on Taylor Swift's album, I think.
Merry-Go-Round.
No.
That's her song that I used to karaoke when I get drunk.
Okay.
It's sad.
Okay.
It
You
released in
karaoke sad songs?
2012.
You do karaoke sad songs, actually.
Because they're country, and country is typically female country singers. It's either like I Slit His Tires or...
Shania Twain would have something else to say about that, actually.
Or it's Shania Twain, which I sang in the talent show in 8th grade.
Yikes. Embarrassing or no?
Oh, definitely. There's a video.
Yeah. Did you know I did that same thing?
That's right. You told me that.
Yeah, isn't
I
that
was so
random?
surprised.
Yeah, so random.
That is so fucking random.
Yeah. Like, how did we both sang in the talent show at 8th grade?
Yeah. What was your song?
I'll never say.
No, come on.
No, I can't.
Come on.
No, I really can't.
I just said Shania Twain. It was Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
That's one of my favorite songs. My song is not... I can't. I just can't. It's not
no
even
longer considered acceptable?
No, it's not.
That's what it was. I think I got you drunk once and you told me what
I'm
it was.
Sure. Yeah, and if there's certain people who know it, and I'm sure Babe will say some stupid shit. Like, she knows it.
Oh my
I just I'll never say it. Cause
I'm going to text her. I'm going to send her just a little...
Oh, in the group chat or...
Text. No, we have a chat.
I didn't know that. Yeah, why is that?
Because I texted her to tell her I hope your family photos went well.
You feel like I didn't need to hear that too?
Carla, I hope Kelsey's family photos
Well,
went
now it's too
well.
late. I want to be in the group.
Let me add you back in.
Thank
so
you
you're
so
saying
much.
every time you and Kelsey text, you put it in the
Do
group?
you see how that's different?
How is that different?
Because
Kelsey, are we not friends?
I would not say you're the same level of friends as she and I are. What's happening?
Kelsey, let's have a deeper friendship.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I feel very strongly about that.
Are you trying to tell me that she doesn't like me?
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying your deeper friendship probably won't happen because she and I are very deep and you and I are very deep. So, unless I'm involved in that conversation, good luck.
You're saying I can't get to a deeper level with Kelsey because
That's exactly what I'm saying.
She already has you.
Yeah, she doesn't need you. No offense. She doesn't need you. I don't feel like that's crazy to say.
You have capacity to have two very deep friendships,
and
right?
Everybody does. She already does have two.
Oh, she's got her two.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Unfortunately.
I understand now.
Yeah.
You can't have a third. You're right.
You've got
I've
at
got
least two.
Yeah, a few. I got a few. But yeah, Merry-Go-Round was Kacey Musgraves' first hit.
Hit. Are you
Yes.
sure that was a hit? I've literally never even heard that before. What else is in the top songs?
Let's see.
What's her
songs.
number one song?
I mean,
Ask Siri.
I did the first big hit. I don't have Siri enabled right now.
What does that mean? Why?
Apparently Follow Your Arrow. I don't know that one.
See.
I turned it off because the kids were saying it in the car.
Oh, that is annoying.
Yeah, and it wasn't set to only my voice versus
Yeah.
Jason's is set to only his.
That's
and I
so
didn't have
fair.
the time to fuck with it. So I was like,
Of course.
what song made her famous? Merry-Go-Round.
Really?
Yep.
I've never once heard that song.
Her major label debut studio album, Same Trailer, Different Park. That's also a song on that album.
Kacey, girl, I don't know you, I guess.
Yeah.
I really just know that one song, the Deeper Well song.
Yeah, and you wouldn't consider that country?
I don't know. I guess I could see why it would be country.
Yeah.
It's more like pop country, if anything.
Like Taylor Swift.
Oh, I wouldn't consider her pop
I
country.
thought that's what you're trying to make the...
No, I would... Yeah, that's why...
Sort of.
I can see why it's country, but I would say it's more like Taylor Swift than it is like...
Like she made
like
the switch
Maren
over.
Morris. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one. Yep. I
don't
see
know.
that.
That's just me, though.
She also has a controversial song. Oh, Follow Your Arrow. Okay, well, I'm going to be reading more about her later. 'Cause-
Interesting. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you, Kacey, for Deeper Well to let us know that our Saturn has returned for episode 27.
Yeah.
A lot.
Someone's Saturn has
Yeah,
returned.
someone's
Maybe
Saturn.
not ours, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll take it.
So I know we referenced Kelsey, and that's probably going to be a big part of our update.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to say like what was going on this week? How
Yeah,
she
yeah.
came up? Yeah.
It's my happy... Are we just going to get started in happy
Absolutely,
crappy?
yeah.
Yeah, my happy crappy recap. Happy crap cat. My happy is that Babe was in town for the week.
Whoop, whoop.
She got in on Monday at like 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock-ish. And
It was
like,
later.
Yeah, it was like later. And like, yeah. And we've been spending every single day together for the past week,
I love that.
up until yesterday.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
she went home.
It was so fun. It was just, yeah.
Good.
It's always, and that's my crappy is that she left. Like, it just is like,
Yeah.
I sobbed. I always do, though.
Really?
Yeah, anytime she leaves, I'm like, damn.
Oh,
It's just nice. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's like nice to have someone who's there.
Yeah.
Someone who's so similar to you and like likes a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
And like you just like feel comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like it's just nice. So Babe was in town. We did a lot. We went tubing twice.
Cool.
Friday and Saturday. We what else did we do? We got tattoos. Guys,
We got tattoos.
we got matching tattoos. Want to show them?
Yeah.
Mine still has a thing on it because I'm scared to take it off. So, but we got matching tattoos. There are birth flowers. It's mine, Kelsey's, and Carly's birth flowers. I don't know what any of them are. One is Lily of the Valley. I don't know whose that is, but
Lily of the Valley.
I feel like mine is honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle and
You got me. Daisy? No. What is that? I don't know. I have no idea.
the problem is I have a hard time looking at them as one flower
Sure,
and
sure,
seeing
sure.
it versus the cluster.
Yeah, because the cluster is what's most important.
Yeah.
It's,
But that's not the only tattoo you got.
it's not. I also got another. Kelsey and I also got matching spork tattoos, which you can kind of see. It's probably like, again, also covered up because
that.
I'm afraid it's gonna get ruined and
And it was your first and second tattoo, both at the same time.
within an hour. Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
It was awful. I'm just gonna say it. Like, if you were considering getting a tattoo and you like have a low pain tolerance, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's for you. It was really
Yeah.
like I was crying. You saw. I was like
know.
literally in tears. It
But
hurt
you were
so bad.
also like so brave and you weren't shaking or anything.
No,
You just,
because
like,
I was
let
so
it-
embarrassed already to be crying.
Well, you let it come out your eyes. That
Yeah.
was like you held it together. I was so proud of you.
Inside, no.
No.
Turmoil inside.
Did you want to stop like partway through
Yeah.
the first one?
As soon as I felt the prick, I was like, we actually can't do this. I'm
Just
sorry.
leave the line.
Yeah,
Like,
just that's good. Thanks. That's good. It hurt so bad. It hurt
and
so
you still went
bad.
and did the spork after.
Yeah, because it's something we talked about for like a decade. So like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna just back out now. I already did the one with the three of us.
Right.
But we have tattoos. I'm a tattooed girly now. I'm kind of a little bit of a badass. You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
god, you're a
Like,
little bit of a badass.
kind of a biker girl now.
A country biker girl.
Literally.
A city country biker girl.
Literally.
What else can we add to that this year?
Totally. Let me think. I'm also very athletic. We can add that. I'm an athlete as well.
And a former spelling bee champion.
Whoa. What are you saying,
And
former?
Former. You haven't entered a competition.
Yeah,
in
but that doesn't make me
while.
a former.
You're not
spelling
retired
champion.
yet.
Right.
Sorry. You were
I'm
the
a
fourth
spelling bee
grade spelling bee champion.
Yeah.
You also are a talent show singer. Like,
Okay.
you've got lots of sides.
I'm multifaceted. If nothing, if not multifaceted, honestly. So, anyways,
And now biker check.
literally,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bike. You think? Never.
Let's talk
I would
about it.
never.
We're
I
gonna
would
talk
never.
about it. Would
Never,
you
never,
be
never.
the dumbass who I just saw someone the other day on a bike riding down, I don't know, in Kent City, Sparta, without a shirt, without
No.
a helmet, on one of those like low riders with the high handles?
No, I wouldn't be that dumbass.
Yeah.
I just like
Just shorts.
the whole motorcycle thing to me in general is just so dangerous. I
Yeah,
would
like why? What's
Why?
the? And I get people really love them, right?
Of course. I went on a date last night
Yeah.
with Josh.
Yeah.
He used to have a bicycle, like a motorcycle, and he like crashed it. And I was like, so does that make you like not want to ever have one again? He's like, no, I'm definitely gonna get another one.
Isn't that nuts?
What? You almost died.
Remember the guy that I was seeing who got in an accident?
Literally,
he's
paralyzed. Yeah,
from like waist down.
Crazy. Why would you ever put yourself in that situation again?
Yeah, and he still shares like biking stuff on social. I don't know that if he could ever walk again that he would. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never asked him. I'm not gonna.
Of course,
that's like a personal thing that I don't want to get into with people. But like, couldn't be me.
Could never. It couldn't be anyone. Like my brother wanted one so bad, my mom would never let it happen.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, I've told you before, I'm a firm believer in you get warnings. You get warnings in life, y'all. Listen to those fucking warnings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just, they're a sign. Take them for what they are.
Literally. And it's just, anyways.
Yeah. So you're a biker girl. We got tattoos. Kelsey, I wish you would have gotten the spork on your lower backside. I thought that would be so fun. She wasn't going to, but we made a joke about it. About if you had the spork and it was like pointing down.
Asshole. Yeah. Where is a good, like where?
My ass with a spork.
I feel like the arm was kind of a questionable spot to get a spork, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the best spot was that doesn't make you seem like either you eating ass or like, do you know what I mean? Like, or you're just eating, like having it on my arm is like,
I love food.
Literally. It's giving fat ass.
No, it's not.
It's not. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
No.
But a little bit.
But like food is great and like why not?
Completely. Literally.
Yeah, like kneecap, where are you going to get it? You can't have anywhere that like bends and distorts the spork.
Yeah, good point.
You need it to stay in spork formation.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like a long-handled spork, because then what?
What does that mean?
Maybe Jason and I get our long-handled spoons for like backpacking all the way up our arm.
Yeah. People get them because of backpacking. Get like a spork tattoo.
They do?
Yeah. Which like,
cute.
Okay, I guess.
So you're saying you're multifaceted and you're partway to backpacking?
I am a backpacker. I brought a backpack here today. What are you talking about? What?
And you did go on a little like march down to the river last week.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
So you are a hiker.
I walk. I'm a walker.
You are?
Yeah.
Why not just do that in the woods?
Because the woods are dangerous. There are animals in the woods.
There are animals everywhere. Humans, dogs.
Show me where the bears are downtown Grand Rapids.
We can go hike where there aren't bears.
We can't. Because you couldn't guarantee me there's no bear. So
I could.
You couldn't.
We could hike in Grand Rapids.
I already do that.
Oh my God. What else about your happy and crappy this week? Tell me more.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been a good week all around. We watched a lot of Love Island, which is great.
Good.
So good. We also started The Ultimatum. The queer one came out this past week.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Let me just
interesting show.
Start it. Is it good? Would I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I've watched The Ultimatum before. Okay.
Yeah. You watched the queer one too, right?
I don't think did I?
I don't know. I feel like
I think
we
I
watched
started
it
it and didn't finish it.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah, it's good. There was a question like that Kelsey and I were not debating, but like pose a conversation. If you were on that show, and the premise of The Ultimatum is you are with your partner. Some people were together for 10 years on the show.
I can't imagine.
10 years?
Shit or get off the fucking pot.
Literally. But you like have a partner and one of them issues an ultimatum like we're either going to get married or this is it.
Or break up.
So you go to the show and you break up at the beginning of the show and you like go and meet another person, a trial person to get married to.
And you get to like explore, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and at the end of 3 weeks, you break up with the trial person and then you get back with your original partner and then live until
you don't.
So yeah, I guess 3 weeks until like the decision day where you like get engaged or you don't.
Yep.
Do you think that if your partner, Jason, and you broke up, whatever, if he slept with somebody else, would it be so hard to get over? Do you think that you could come back if he slept with his trial wife?
Okay.
Do you think that you could get back together and like be totally okay with it?
In that particular situation, knowing that some people are there almost under duress. Like, how much stress is that, right? Like, they've agreed to go, but, like, there was an ultimatum issued.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get over that.
Really? Why?
Because you're there saying, I need you to commit to being faithful to me by experiencing breaking up. But, well, it would depend on what we agreed on, right?
Do you feel like you could make the agreement that you could do it, like, you're broken up, so you can do whatever you want? Like, do you feel like that's the boundary you would set?
For me, if I was in that situation, which once again, I would not put myself in that, it does not sound fun to me.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I could set that boundary because then I would explore too, right? And like,
do you feel like that makes it, like if you both are sleeping with other people, does that make it better? Like,
I don't know, better.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like this is the agreement and we're both just like living within the boundaries
just doing the
we
experience,
set. Yeah, and just like But if it was more like I'm trying to get a body count out here, like that's different, right?
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Like I'm just hooking up with everybody to hook
no, if
up.
it's just you're just hooking up with your trial
with the
partner.
trial partner.
And is that what if they were I said that if they were hooking up to do just the body count, like if they just needed the physical
experience
thing
and intimacy
that is sex,
yeah,
that's one thing. But I couldn't do that. You fell in love with somebody, and so now you like have feelings, and now you're having sex with this person. That would be hard to come back from. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah,
I mean, both are really hard to come back from. One I think is worse than the other.
I would agree with that.
And I
would agree with that. The whole scenario makes me want to, like, I would be anxious. I would not thrive in that.
I would crash out every night. I would feel so bad for my trial partner because I'm ruining this experience for you because I can't stop thinking about.
I'm going to be sitting in the bathtub with the sink running and I'll just be crying for a little bit.
I'm literally texting my ex, like, what are you guys doing? Every single day. You would have I'm sorry for my trial husband. Is what it is.
Do they have their phones?
Yeah.
They do.
They can contact each other. Some of the couples did, like, stayed in contact. I don't know. I just feel like, but then like, I would feel bad, but then like, I'm not the one issuing the ultimatum ever. I have to cough. Hang on a second.
Yeah, you're fine. That is such an intense experience.
It's terrifying. You could really end up single.
Yeah. And you could go in after 10 years and be like issuing this ultimatum or have it issued or whatever. But if you're issuing it and then you wind up single, like that's not what you wanted anyway.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I guess. But 10 years is such not a waste, but like a long time to have been with the wrong person.
Yes. If your intention is not just to like.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
I guess.
Because there are some relationships that don't hop on the escalator of relationships where they don't want to get to that point. But like at that point, you should both be on the same page.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be there.
How far, like, when do you feel like you need to be in a relationship? Like if you're just meeting someone, just dating, do you feel like you need to have the conversation about that? Like how soon into the relationship do you have the conversation? Like is marriage something you'd ever be looking for?
I think if you're looking for it, and you're looking for clarification, or if you're not, if you're like, I'm never, or if you're someone who's like, I never want to have kids, if you know the other person is looking for partnership and you are too, but you can't settle on like the child portion, like that you might want to bring up too.
Yeah.
I think all those things are valid to talk about quickly.
Okay.
Sorry, I should say it changes. Like, I would say when you're really young, it's not as big of a deal,
of course,
right?
But I'm 35, 36, you know.
I'd honestly say 25 and beyond,
really,
because some people do get married so young and they're looking for that, and like if you're not,
that's true.
You want to be upfront about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd say that's all stuff to bring up quick, because you don't want to be down a road with somebody and realizing that later and them going, I kind of always knew I didn't want to get married.
I would be sick to my stomach. I would be really sick.
Like how I thought we were on the same page.
Yeah.
And people can change their mind. I'm not talking about that. Like, there are things that make death, right? Can make people change how they look at their family and the structure and whether they go in or go out.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. But like, in any particular moment, you should be able to vocalize who you are as a person and what you want. Yeah. And it shouldn't just be, I don't know. Yeah. It shouldn't.
At this age, it certainly shouldn't be, I don't know. No. Because you had time to think about it now. Like,
and what is this age?
Good question. I would say
the over 30s.
You think? I would say maybe. I might say younger. Like you, I really like think that you know. Yeah. I think it's different if you've been married before and like. Yes. Then if you like decide you don't ever want to get married again, I still think that's something you should say.
Yeah. Well, and that's what Jason and I talked about, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I told him I don't need a certificate, but I am looking to be with someone the rest of my life. But if marriage doesn't mean something to that person, I wouldn't push it. But if I got married again, that'd be fine too. And like then we decided, we wanted to be married. It was his first time. Like
what would a situation like? Why wouldn't marriage be like if? You would like what would be the reason that someone doesn't want to get married if not because
like if they fight getting married? Like I would have done it just for all the benefits of it, right? Like
yeah, that's true.
Insurance.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
It's easier. So it made sense for us. But like for me, I think with the second time around, I was more I don't want a piece of paper to make this legal. Like I want us to wake up every day and feel like we're choosing each other and in this because like it's there are going to be times that are going to be tough, right? Yeah. But if you tell yourself, I'm not just sticking it out because divorce is expensive, right? Or I'm not just whatever, like actually choosing, I see that point. But I also feel like my view changed very quickly all within a short period of time. Like I get divorced and go, I might never want to get married again. And then I meet Jason and I'm like, no, I could definitely see that. And then it meant something to us.
Yeah.
So for people to be like very against it, I don't know that there's like great reasons. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know any, honestly. I really don't know.
Maybe they have some kind of benefit to being single that I'm not thinking of. And if they get married, my mom and Jeff, great example. They won't get married.
Sure.
Legally.
That's different.
Yeah. It is different.
That's definitely different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Do you have anything that you'd like to share?
We can. What do you mean?
I didn't know if you had an opinion on it.
I want to get married. Like, it's not. It's never been a secret. I'm very open about that. Like,
I think that's
great. My goal. I think. I just don't want to say anything that I feel like might offend some people, so I just like won't. Yeah, I'll keep it at that. My goal is to one day find the person that I want to marry.
Yes.
So I'll leave it at that.
I like that.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move into your happy crappy.
Did you? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
You're fine. You're good. I wrote some things down.
Sure. Share it with us.
Notebook.
Share it with us.
I have my phone now too. I just want to honor that I have my phone and we're not recording on it.
Yeah,
and
we're recording on
using the notebook.
And I don't have my notes, so it's fine. I have to write down my own notes.
I offered you a sheet of paper.
Okay.
Where'd you write your notes down?
It's on our
whiteboard.
Yeah, right here.
You actually.
I know, it's so lame.
That is so cute.
It is what it is. What I have to use. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
All right. Here's what I wrote. I'm gonna go with my crappy first, and then swing into my happy because I don't want to leave on this like problem. You know. Okay. These are the notes I had about this week. It's all kind of vague, I guess. Mm-hmm. I wrote for my crappy. Felt like a failure this week. Had a hard time being present. Felt like everyone was mad at me and that my heart was coming out of my chest. Those are 4 ways I would sum up my week. Like it just was a weird week. Like I felt so anxious. There was one day, and I'm glad I had some of my texts silenced.
Yeah.
There was one day I looked at my phone and I was like, why does everybody suddenly need me today? Today of all days, when I've already got like 18 things I felt like were going on.
Yeah.
And it's Jason and I've been talking to him about, and someone at work was talking about this weeks ago, but glass balls and rubber balls, and we were talking about that too, right? Juggling them. And I'm like, okay, I just have to identify more rubber this week or this day because like if I think everything's glass, I'm going to break some shit and then there's going to be cleanup. Yeah. And I think my feelings were what I was trying not to break. I just was in it. I just had like a day that I was so anxious. Like I even looked around to see if I still had my anxiety meds that I haven't taken in like 2 years. Don't know where the fuck they are. No idea. Which all like it was a great week. There's nothing I looked at and was like, oh, this was bad. But I felt like I couldn't live up to everybody else this week, and that hurt me. Like even one day, my mom and sister, when they were asking me about stuff, and I'm like, girls, I can't today. Yeah. And like my mom thought I had the kids when I didn't. So then she's asking about the boys. And I'm like, I don't know about the boys this, like today. I'm in my lane. Yeah. And my lane was really narrow. So that was my crappy. But my funny crappy, we have an ant problem.
Yeah. I did notice a few ants upstairs. I wasn't going to say anything. What do you do about it?
There's been a few more than a few. We had poison out for a while. Okay. I don't know if they took it back to their little nests or what.
Oh, it's gone?
We took the poison out because we didn't want to leave it overnight with the cat and the dog and stuff. Sure. But we had 4 of them out. Okay. And then this morning, there were a lot of ants. So we got the vacuum out, and we sucked them up, and we went and dumped them in the woods. And I've also killed many with my bare hands.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. What kind of ants are we talking?
They're just teeny tiny little.
Oh, okay, like not like fire ants, not carpenter ants.
No, these are like the tiny ones that barely do shit. Yeah. Yeah, they're just a nuisance.
They're just like in the way.
Yeah. But I think with having the pool in and having like the kids back and forth.
Oh, okay.
And bringing in water and sand and all the stuff. And then also like crumbs, right? Yeah. You have kids, you have a dog, you got crumbs. Dog food attracts ants. And it's high heat. I had an ant problem 3 years ago. And it was high heat. It was on a week like this week. And I was cleaning obsessively. And they were marching a line back and forth down the hallway.
The ants were?
Yes. I tackled that pile for a while. They were like...
Where were they going from? Like, where were they?
Well, they found the cupboard.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but there was nothing that they were, like, in there. They were just on the bottom, and I think I had dog food in there at the time or something. And then I lifted the rug in the living room, and they were making a little beeline And they were all clustered up, and I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Ooh. So ant problem, a little crappy. We're dealing with it. The funny part of that problem, though, is that, like, Finley's really grossed out by it, and he doesn't want to eat.
That's fair.
And I told him, finally, Elliot moved from the dining table to the counter today to eat. And I said, Elliot, I haven't seen any ants on the table, but I've seen them over on that counter. So that doesn't solve your problem. No. I said, secondly, they're ants. They're not going to be climbing on your plate. There's not a bunch of them. You're sitting. If you see one, brush it aside, kill it, get up, take it to the toilet, flush it. I don't care. But, like, you have options. You're bigger than that ant. Mm-hmm. And third, if people are starving, you can eat ants. So, like, if he gets by your food, what are you afraid of? That he's going to jump on and go for a ride?
I don't feel like
right
that's...
in your mouth?
Just because people are starving and eat ants does not mean we want to eat ants. Like, that's
however, it's not going to kill you. My point being, eating that teeny little ant, thus far that I know, it's never killed anybody.
Just feel like it might. I don't know.
It could.
I wouldn't be willing to take the risk.
No. You'd be the first person that would die from eating an ant.
Of course. Did I ever tell you my mom used to say if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all?
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
That is so true.
And when I said that or we talked about it, Jason goes, oh my God, that's exactly me.
That's true also.
Yeah. You two are like, why do I hang out with people that have such bad luck?
Yeah. It's really, like, not great for your...
I just realized that, like, my juju is, like, tainted.
Yikes. Sorry. That's what it is. Stuck with us now.
Oh, I'm stuck with you guys.
Sorry.
I'm life partners with both of you.
Literally.
So, sorry. And then my happies this week, got the tattoo, saw Kacey and Karla a couple times. Not as much as I would have liked, but...
Sure. Enough. And like a lot, I would say.
But I feel like I saw you girls through, like, when I was just feeling very scattered and anxious. And for me, that, like... I hate having, like, not my most authentic interactions. Mm. And that was hard for me. It was so hard. But I love seeing you girls. I loved when you came here and we ate here and getting our tattoos. And it was nice.
It was a good time.
And then I got to see my grandma this week. She wants me to paint her nails this color. Hot pink. Very excited. Or whatever it is. Yeah
hot pink.
And I had told my mom about that. And she was talking to my aunt who went out the day after I was there. And my aunt did a pedicure on my grandma.
Oh, nice.
So she got her toes all prepped and did that.
Very nice.
Then, this upcoming week I'll be able to do her nails.
Get her nails done. Love to see it.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It was so sweet. Got the kids back. Went to the Kent City Freedom Festival. Any questions?
What was the freedom? Like, what are we free from?
It's a 4th of July festival.
What day do you think today is?
Today itself?
It's not the 4th of July.
Not 4th of July yet.
It's not even close.
They do it the weekend before, though.
That was 2 weeks ago.
What was 2 weeks ago?
Wait, when's the 4th of July? Oh, that's next week.
That's this upcoming. So it was the
I
weekend
guess.
prior. Yeah.
I guess.
Somewhere else shot off fireworks last night, too. We heard
I want to say it's the Whitecaps.
That makes sense. See?
I want to say that was a Whitecap. But they do it all the time.
It's not
because
they do it all the time.
Yeah.
So we went to the festival, which I'll get into later because I have like an opinion situation I want to run by you based on something we saw.
Okay.
And then I also have read a lot of my book. I'm obsessed.
Good.
It's that older Jodi Picoult one. Yeah. I'm almost done with it. Like last night I was falling asleep reading it. I'm like, okay, I have like a couple chapters left. And it's not traditional chapters. So it's like, I don't know, teeny bit left. Wow.
Okay.
This one is just wow for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I found myself just like, I read yesterday in the pool with the kids and I said, I'm going to get in, but I'm going to read for a little bit. And I did. But I found myself yesterday after reading in the pool, just like gushing to Jason about the book and like, oh my God. And this happened and that happened. And like, this is where I'm at. And this is why I was so excited. But I know the kids are hungry. Let's go in and make some food, but I love to read later. And he's like, yes, of course.
Cute.
Like, so really great. Just a different perspective.
How close are you how on par are you with your book goal? Is it still?
I'm not.
Okay. I was just curious.
Month is it? June?
Yeah.
I wanted to read a book a month. I set my goal really low.
Yeah.
I think I've read 4 books.
Okay. That's not so bad.
No.
That's not so bad at all.
But now that we have a pool and I'm trying to enjoy the summer outside.
Yeah.
Like, I can go hard and clean the garage and do the garden and do all the things and then get in the pool and read.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to settle me a little bit. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I did one other thing this week, and I didn't know when I went, but I went to Bobble Patch, the jewelry place. Did I tell you this?
I don't even know what that is. Bobble Patch.
Bobble Patch. Yeah, they've been around. They do jewelry. Like,
it's not a great name.
It's whatever. I took in my old wedding ring.
Yeah, I actually didn't know this. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have them do a new appraisal so I can get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just held on to it. Like, I don't know. If you're listening, what do you do with your old rings?
Like from
like,
your ex-husband.
It wasn't the problem.
But it was like a family ring, right?
No, that one I found at a vintage, like, estate antique
Yeah, but like,
store.
sorry, it was your wedding ring from your last marriage.
We found in Traverse City at a shop. But my mom also gave me one, but that was not the one.
Okay, I just want to make sure the ring you got appraised was the ring from your last marriage.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That Keith and I had picked in Traverse City.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was pointing that out because then I also had another ring I took in, but this one was my mother's.
Yeah, and that was
that was her ring. That was a family ring.
Yeah.
And then she had been bit by a dog at the kennel.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And her finger swelled, and she had to have it cut off.
Yeah.
So I've been holding on to it, and it's this ring that's cut with a diamond, and it's old. And I took it in, and they finally, I finally took it in, and they designed like a new look and ring. And I don't know if I showed you the picture.
You might have.
Okay.
You might have.
I'll show you it later again, just in case,
Sure.
because I need an opinion from like another woman about.
I'm not going to say it ugly, just so you know.
No.
There's no
Okay.
way. So it's beautiful. I know I love it.
Okay, cool.
There's no way I'll ever say anything. That's so rude.
Great. I just have never liked a single like solitaire diamond, like one diamond, and it sits up high, and especially the old ones. But I'm like, I also would hate for this like ring to go to waste. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what can I do that like doesn't completely change it? And I'm not big into like, I don't want to go buy diamonds. I'm not whatever. I have it, so I want to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they designed it, and I'm very excited, and I think I'm gonna put some money down to go forward on getting that done.
Okay.
And then that way I don't have to just wear my jade. I can actually like wear the diamond, which isn't gonna get as hurt as the jade because it's a softer stone. Every time I wear this ring, I'm afraid it's gonna get like fucked up. What?
Why don't you get a silicone ring?
I think I am going to also
you
get a
absolutely
silicone.
should. Like
Jason wore his white silicone band yesterday. He literally said, why did they send white? I don't think I'd ever wear that. I'm like not tan or anything, right? So it would just look like skin. And he put it on and he goes, did you notice I'm wearing my white band?
White one.
It looked great. He actually said he wants to get a new wedding band that's metal, that's just very thin and simple because he loves the thin silicone.
The thin one, yeah. I did notice that.
Yep. So, yeah, I think I will get some silicone too.
Okay.
Yeah. I even thought about just a gold band.
Sure.
Yeah. But I've told you before I want to get better about wearing jewelry, but I got to pick some. I did the first thing, which was like clear out my jewelry.
Sure.
That was a high from the week too.
Yeah.
Just one night at like, I don't know, whatever time, 11 p.m. And then the next morning at 6 a.m., I just went through my jewelry.
Love.
That was nice. So anyways, those are my happies and my crappies.
Yay.
And it was just, I was glad Kelsey was here and I got to see her though. Yeah. That was really nice. That was a highlight. And my boys coming back was a highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other highlights you're looking forward to this week?
This week?
Yeah.
Yes? Is there supposed to be?
I'm just asking.
Oh, I was like, did I forget about something?
Obviously.
I did. 4th of July
Thank
podcast
you.
retreat.
Hello?
Seeing Carla. Sorry, I haven't given Carla
totally
a lot of
fine.
love this week.
No one's fine.
I realize though, I really like. You had Kelsey over, so I wasn't leaving you
For
a lot
sure.
of messages.
It was
vice
a
versa.
sparse communication week.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
For everybody, apparently. Anyway.
For everybody, yeah. Fuck everybody.
No, it's fine.
I'm just saying, fuck the world for their lack of communication this week. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah, nobody in particular.
I feel like the listen bitch card is going to be like on point for something we need today. I am feeling it. Are you picking it? It's just like, it's very giving right now of like, it will be what we need. Yeah.
Did I tell you that I'm like pretty into tarot readers right now? I think we talked about this last week.
Stop.
All over our TikTok, the girlies are reading my future and it's looking bright.
I was going to say, are you...
It's looking good. I feel
the girlies are reading my future. But aren't you supposed to go in for like a personalized reading? Like it's not your
no, it
future.
Is. They said if this video finds you, this is for you.
I'm gonna go find that video. Can you share it to me?
No, because it's for me. It wasn't for you. You'll find whatever one is meant to find you will find you. You know. Go ahead.
Listen, bitch. If you can't find a way, carve your own fucking path.
That's weird. Okay. I'm really good at that.
This is...
I'm so not.
The card is telling you, if you can't find a way, carve your own fucking path. You want to get a wolf tattoo with me? That one?
No, not.
Not that one? No? Okay.
I don't know that I'd get another tattoo, if I'm being honest. I don't know.
I really want to get one, you and me, but
that's valid.
I'll leave that up to you.
I wanted to do that instead of doing this bouquet one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I felt bad saying that.
Why didn't you say it? I would have done whatever.
I know. I just felt bad.
Did Kelsey not want to get the bouquet either?
She got the bouquet, so I hope she wanted it.
I was going to say, did you girls say you didn't want it and then we all did it?
Why, you didn't want it?
No, I wanted
Imagine.
it. It's beautiful.
We all just got the tattoos we didn't want. That would be crazy.
Because, like, we didn't know what else
nobody
to
wanted
do.
to. Yeah, nobody wanted to say anything.
Did I tell you Elena saw this on Friday? Mm-hmm. And I saw Elena last week. That was such a happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just having a friend around, like, Elena texted me later and said, sorry I wasn't super chatty, but it was so nice, like, spending time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it was so nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And when she left, she said, I miss my boys being this age. And she's not one to, like, throw that around a lot. Like, Elena, you are the sweetest, like, one of the sweetest people I know. But she's very practical, too.
Yeah.
And to have her reflect and say, like, this age is pretty great. Like, make sure to eat it up. And then she said, and obviously you are enjoying your time with the boys. Like, it was
Sweet.
such a, like...
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for saying what I already know, but putting it in perspective from, you know, a mom who has 2 older boys.
Yeah.
Who she said, my kids are in their rooms a lot now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably happens real quick.
You think?
Mine are up my ass all the time.
Yeah,
so...
yeah. But before you know it...
Yeah.
They won't want anything to do with you.
So I guess I let him follow. Elliot called me mommy the other day.
Oh, cute. That won't last.
I know. We were talking about how it was
yeah.
like done.
It just was
and then he's like, hey, mommy.
What did he ask for, though?
Yes, sweetie. No, he wasn't like.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
Hey, mom. Hey, mommy.
Hey, mom.
Just threw it out. Like, no big deal.
Yeah. What age is it, like, too, like, okay. Never mind. I can't ask a parent this question. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways.
But Elena, the reason I bring it up, she saw the tattoo and she said she's been wanting to get a birth flower for each of her boys somewhere on her body. And I was like, whenever you want to go, let me know. I'll go. I'll get another thing. Well, I asked her that, but her husband's birthday is the same month as one of the kids.
Oh, okay.
So she's debating, do I get the 2 flowers for that month and like bookend them around the other one?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Then would she get her own too?
I don't know. I didn't ask her that. I think she said she wanted them for the boys.
Yeah, but then if you do Jason, like it should be like a family thing.
Should be all 4.
Yeah. Interesting.
Huh. Maybe include the dog and cat too at that point.
That's crazy. I don't know if that's like a little bit much.
I'm thinking about getting Maui and Odin's face.
Face? Crazy.
I'll show you later. It's like the line art and it's split, so it's very whimsical. It's not. Okay. It's more kind of like, haha, I don't know that I'd ever do it, but very cute.
Cute.
Yeah.
If you can't find your way, if you can't find a way, carve your own fucking path.
Yeah, if you can't find a way, carve your own fucking path. It's like with backpacking, Jason and I talk about like sections, like it's choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, path is out here, choose your own adventure, figure a way around. Like, yeah.
I'm just like not good at that. I'm such a
What does that mean to you? You're a follower, is that?
Oh, I would say I just like follow the what everybody else is doing
or whatever. Yeah,
I'm just like
you're go with the flow.
I'm go with the flow 100%, 100%. And I would like if I have to do my own thing, I will. But like I prefer not to.
But if the river's flowing, I'm gonna float with it, right?
Yeah,
like
quite literally. Yeah, I'm gonna float with the river.
Yeah,
because that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
and why work harder when you don't need to?
God, yes.
But
I need to ask myself that more often. Why does this feel hard? Why am I doing this?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Anyways.
I had an opinion question for you.
Okay. I also have one is for you.
I think you should go first.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to go?
Actually?
No, do you want me to go
first? It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I'll go first. Okay. I wrote it as 2 questions, but I want to tee it up for the conversation first. So we went to the Kent City Festival on Friday. And we are in line for the rock wall, and the kids wanted to do it. And I don't want to say this out loud, so I start texting Jason. And then, of course, my kids are nosy, and they're looking at my phone. Why are you texting Jason? He's standing right next to you. Because I want to text him about this fucking couple in front of us, but I don't want them to fucking hear it. And then I'm like, never mind, delete.
Yeah, forget
and I look at Jason, and he mouths the words to me like, yeah, I know, and like looks forward. There is a young couple. Let's say, okay, I'm really bad at ages.
Sure.
They could have been late high school. They could have been just out of high school.
But young.
They could have been, 17 to 19, let's say.
Sure.
Yeah. Definitely older than 16.
Okay.
Okay. Let me set the scenario. In line, long line, hot outside, rock wall, lots of people. They're together. They are this close. How I am at on my microphone is how they were speaking to each other.
Okay.
This man is wearing a tie-dye tank top. He's pretty tall. He has shoulder-length hair, khaki shorts, and some kind of tall sock and like maybe a croc. I don't know.
Sure.
He's a vibe. She's very petite, quiet, long hair.
Okay. Were they mismatched as a couple, you think?
Physically, you would look at them and not believe that they were a couple just because their vibe isn't giving like...
Couple.
You know how... Yeah, but when you're young, your vibe is not giving a lot of other people's vibe. You're like independent, figuring out your own path, all that. The whole time he's talking to her, though, he is in her face. I'm not going to get on my mic again like I just was, but... and if you're an audio listener right now, I'm talking like an
face
inch and a
face.
half apart.
Lip to lip, like touching lips.
Yeah, like his nose is touching hers and he's talking to her and he's staring at her and he's like petting her and he's taller than her too. So in that moment, I'm like, I could read this wrong. I could be whatever. But like part of me wanted to ask her, are you okay? Like it was
why?
that uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Because she was there, but she wasn't, I don't want to say she wasn't reciprocating. I just worry that like when someone looks that longingly and obsessively at someone else, you start to wonder what their intention is. And is it like actually a relationship or is it manipulation? Is it something else? I'm just saying it was uncomfortable.
Sure.
Later, I said to Jason, it got so bad I almost wanted to ask her if she was okay. And he goes, I think she was okay. I think she's just young and dumb. And I thought, okay, there's that too, right? Like young love, you're all over each other. But it was so bad that he didn't want to leave her side. And when they got to the rock wall, she wasn't climbing. He was. Which, mind you, everybody else climbing was a child. Everybody else. I just want to throw... So it's already this weird vibe. And then, like, he's all over her, in line, has to separate from her. But when he does, like, she's there, like, she starts videotaping him. But then she walks away and starts, like, taping other things, recording, whatever. And the whole time, he's, like, staring at her. While he's getting, like... They had him get the harness and whatever, and he's getting there, and he's just, like, staring a hole at her, like, with this obsessive longing. He didn't take his eyes off her.
Interesting.
And then he climbed the wall, which he had to, look at the thing. And then he climbed down, and he was climbing at the same time my kids were, so I have a video, and I'll show you later just so you can see.
Sure.
Yeah. But my question for you, based on what I've said,
okay,
which I could set it up more, but just know that it was a bunch of, like, adults and kids around, and then this couple who is, like, fawning over each other.
Okay.
Him fawning over her. Is it ever okay to be that couple is my first question. And is it okay to say something to that couple? Like, if someone... I'm not saying I did, because I didn't.
Okay.
But my question is, sometimes you see things in public and you wonder, like, is this consensual? Is this okay? Wow, that's a lot. Or whatever that is. So is it ever okay to be the person who makes other people feel like it's a lot? And in this particular situation, right, like PDA, like what we talked about last week. And then is it ever okay to say something, and what is it that you would say if it was okay?
I think I don't have a problem with it, if I'm being honest. Like,
Okay, no, that's fine.
I think it's totally fine. Like, if that's your relationship, like, and you like to be that close and touching and...
Does it change knowing that they might have been under 18?
No.
No. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I also think that it's never okay for you to say anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like not your business.
Yeah. It was giving very much young love, but also like a little bit on the concerning side for me. And maybe that's more because I'm a female and I would be like, if someone was looking at me that way, like, I dated a guy for a while who I said, oh my God, Car, the way he looked at me, it was like he wanted to get married right then and there. I just want to be friends. Like, I immediately
but like
shut
that's
down.
That's because you felt that way about him.
Yes.
But if Jason looked at you that way, it would be different.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, if the man you wanted to be with,
he looked like he wanted to eat her face.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like it's really sweet. I don't know. I just who doesn't want to be like looked at lovingly? You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I want some, like, okay, if I'm at a family gathering, a party, whatever, and Jason's in another room, and then he looks at me and he just, like, whatever, like the eye contact we make that makes me feel
sure.
But to be an inch away and touching her face.
Well, that's because you have an issue with, like, you don't like when people are in your space.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, for people who don't mind it, it's like not that big a deal.
You're right.
And like,
so you're saying it's a me thing in this case.
Yeah.
Like my discomfort.
I do think it's a you thing.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Jason explain it to you later, though. Like
I
how
get
was
it.
the same,
but he's
like,
also the same.
He is the
He
same.
also
as me.
he also doesn't love to be like
invaded.
Yeah. For people who don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's that crazy.
I'd be so touched out. I'd be like, stop petting my cheek. You're taking my makeup off.
I wouldn't mind it at all, honestly. I know. I really, but I'm also just like a pretty touchy person. Like,
yeah.
I'm just that person. So like for me, it's like not that bad.
But we talked about PDA before, and you said you weren't as.
That's not the same thing.
It.
That's not. I don't mean I'm not making out.
I mean, they were kissing and stuff too.
Yeah, that's not making out. You asked me if I would make out in the woods. I'm not doing that.
No, that's private though. That's like
it's not private. There was another lady in the woods that night.
I'm sorry, you left that out?
Oh, she was like way ahead of us.
There was another lady in the woods, and he took his clothes off.
Oh, that's valid. I didn't think about that. I really didn't think about that. I really did not think about that. You're right. That is kind of crazy. That's fair.
A whole nother layer we got to think about.
A woman and her dog.
That's
dog was
funny.
So cute. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think about that. How crazy that probably was for that girl.
That's so funny.
Maybe she didn't. She was like way ahead of us. Like,
yeah.
We had like stayed back a little bit to avoid.
Turns out she tried to come back and she saw that and she was like, I guess I'll stay in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me know when you're gone.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh. I didn't even think about that. That's so funny. But I mean, if it's my, like, if I don't mind, like, just like touching, I just like not a big deal to me.
Yeah. And she didn't mind it, or at least she didn't say that she did, right?
Yeah, she wasn't like, stop. You know what I mean? Right, yeah.
But I was just looking at it feeling so like, whoa.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that it was like warm and like touching people when it's like 100 degrees out is like not
I pulled
ideal.
Away from Jason one day when he touched me and I said, sorry, I thought you were going to put your arm around me and my body is too hot.
Yeah, like, it's too hot. I can't.
But we can like peck, kiss. Like, that's fine.
That's fair. Yeah. For me,
it's whatever.
But I get why for you, like, that would have been a concerning thing.
There were also like two people in front of us, so I'm just like in a line watching them be weird while I'm waiting to get my kids on this rock wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, this just isn't my number one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Miserable.
But yeah, I just kept thinking about that. Like, you know, when you see something in public and you're just thinking, I can never articulate this enough to someone else for them to feel like they were there unless I had a video. Yeah. Should have just videoed it.
You should have videoed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I fucked up.
It's okay.
Next time
you see that couple.
I had a question for you real quick before we go to your question. Sure. Kelsey said that the person who lives next to you, above you, they were finally fixing the tire on their car. That's
yeah.
So what's the update?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, one of the white car that was in the back that like originally had the flat tire when they moved in, that car is now gone.
It's gone.
It is gone.
But the other one's still in the way.
The black one that hasn't, it's her boyfriend. I think her boyfriend's car that has a flat tire is still there.
Is that the one up against the house or is that back further?
It was, so the white one was up against the house and then it was like the white car and then the black car.
Yes.
And then they like would pull in.
But now that the white car is gone, did the black car move up?
It moved up a little bit, not enough. Like I feel like they could have moved it all the way up and that would have made room for the third car that is likely going to be there like all the time. But as of right now, the first car is gone. And the black car has moved up, and now the boyfriend. I'm sorry, I think it's the brother's car.
The brother or boyfriend or whoever.
There's so many people. I'm so glad that Kelsey got to see, like, to experience what I've been experiencing.
Did she say anything though?
Not to them.
Okay,
thank God. But like, because when I can talk about it all day on this podcast, and people would have no idea what I mean because like nobody else gets to experience it. Yeah, it's like to have, and even like Steve when he's over, he like doesn't really experience it as in the way that Kelsey got to for the full week.
And in the way that Kelsey, for
so
a
like
week.
There are people out until 4 a.m. Like people drinking on the front porch, like every single night. It's just like there were children screaming when I got home from work on Tuesday. Maybe Thursday.
Oh, so we're not even just talking like the weekend.
No, it was
we're
just
talking
full
during the week.
Yeah, because she was here Monday through Saturday, so she only experienced.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and last night was crazy. It was just like I got home, so I went to the beach with Josh, and we went and got ice cream. It was like a really nice time, honestly. Like, it was so fun, but he dropped me back off at home, and like there were people outside. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do here, like because.
You're I had to walk through the people.
And it's just so awkward.
They were on the front porch?
Yeah.
And
like
he drops
probably 7 or 8 people. Drinking. There were like bottles everywhere. Like Whippet cans. Like.
Are you shitting me?
So crazy. So I was like, okay, well maybe we just go. Can you just like drop me off in the back so I can just go in my house that way? He's like, yeah, that's fine. He also is a mechanic. Oh, My car's making a crazy noise.
You told me last week
you,
something about your
a
car,
big
but I didn't know what it
noise.
was.
Yeah, it's a little scary. I asked
We'll
him
have
about
Jason
it.
drive it after this.
Yeah, but like it doesn't always make the noise. Like
That's
it's
fine.
just yeah, we'll see. But anyways, I had Josh drop me off in the back, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I promise I'm safe. Like I know that I made it seem. It feels like I'm afraid to go in my own house. I'm not. But like he's like, do you want me to say something? No.
No.
Definitely not.
Did you explain to him that there were troubles with your previous?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just like compounding, right? And
it is. And to be fair, it's not a big deal. Like I know I talk about it a lot on this podcast, and like just because it's something I deal with regularly, and this is my fucking podcast, so like
so we can talk about whatever the fuck we want,
right?
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot. But it's not like
it can be both a lot and frustrating, and not be a big deal.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It really, at the end of the day, it's
You're
not that big
safe.
of a deal. Yeah.
It's their problem if their kids are crying.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's chucking shit at your door, whatever.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. There's inconveniences.
Yeah.
But it's not giving what the last...
No, it's not giving a gunshot through the roof. Like, it's not that.
Yes.
Like,
for the most part, it feels like a safe environment. It's just frustrating.
It's just like a dirty environment. The trash is like a real big issue, but other than that, it is what it is.
Is it on the front porch now, too?
There's at least... And it's like all in the front lawn right now. Like, probably 6 or 7 tequila bottles.
Ew.
There's Tito's vodka bottles. Like,
do they keep it on their side of the front
lawn? Not always. There's like a pack of cigarettes and like some Red Bull on my side right now. And they sit on my bench every single time.
You know what we should do? We should... Does your landlord mow there?
Someone mows. I don't think it's him. I think he pays somebody to do it.
So the grass is shorter.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, if it's not, let's like weed whip or do something on your side. But put like a yard sign or two out. Who cares if they get stolen? Mm-hmm. Like just a yard sign or two. Take the bottles, throw them in their side. Make your side look like it's a little nicer so people feel a little worse.
You think?
Yes.
I don't know.
Then it feels like you've got your side of the place and they've got
theirs. But I already,
theirs.
to me, that should be obvious. Our doors are on opposite sides of the place.
They have no boundaries.
They have no boundaries.
No.
No.
I mean, hell, let's take chalk and just draw a line right down the middle and write Carla's side.
I don't know.
You know?
It's fine.
We won't do that.
It's fine. I'm just complaining because...
Well, it's annoying. You have a dog you'd like to walk in. Like, you don't want to have to kick tequila bottles just to, like, walk in the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is what it is. Anyways, moving on.
I'm glad, though, that they got the tire fixed on that.
Yeah. So that's something.
Good. All right. What do you got for me?
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my
Let me take a sip of water.
Yeah. So I have... This looks so crazy.
I love this.
I actually already did this one, so let me take this one off. I had a question about the ultimatum, and I posted it. So, I have 2 questions. I don't know that I'm going to ask both now,
okay.
but I'll just ask one. Okay. And then, depending on time, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hypothetical situation.
Oh God.
You are in a situationship. Do you know what a situationship is?
Define. Let's just define it. Make sure I'm on the same situationship that you're on.
Sure. See number 2.
Okay.
Situationship.
Yep.
Got it?
Yeah.
Is it weird to take a week-long trip with your situationship?
Are you guys still doing that?
I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm not saying, that's not what I'm saying.
Sorry. Who did you have?
Yeah, see number 2. But
when is this hypothetical trip taking place?
If it were to happen, it's in September.
Okay. Around a holiday?
No.
Okay.
The week after a holiday.
Okay, so what was the question again?
Is it weird to take a week-long trip with a situationship?
We already went over my answer to this
right,
a long time ago when I said that's weird.
It is weird.
I said it a long time ago.
What about now that
now,
that was 3 months ago?
No, it's not weird. No.
Actually?
Actually.
Why? Does that make things more serious than it needs to be, you think? Does that change a situation?
I think taking a trip with someone you're in a situationship with, it does one of 3 things.
Okay.
And anything you do in a situationship does one of 3 things. Keeps it exactly the same, which I don't think it will. I'm telling you that. Second option is it makes it more serious, turns it into something. Third option, and no particular order, we can reverse these, whatever. Third option, are we wearing the same?
It's close.
Nail polish?
It is close.
Okay, third option is it makes it friendship.
Oh.
It can do any of those, right? Anything like if you're moving.
I know. It's hard to think about it without the context of being who it is because
I know.
you know too much.
I know.
And let's just be clear, it might not be seed number 2. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah, let's say anybody.
It likely is not seed number 2.
Anybody that you're seeing.
Yeah.
And you have a few people that you've gone on dates with. I'm going to, in my head, think of it could be any of them,
It could be
right?
any of them.
I can even think back to when I was dating, like, I did go on a trip to the UP with somebody.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. It was not a situationship. To you, it was not a situationship.
It was a situationship.
Who are we talking about? Your friend from high school?
No.
Okay. Because to him, that was a situationship, but
no,
not to you.
that wasn't.
It was absolutely a situationship.
I was thinking of the guy I saw with the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Wow. Okay. So I've got a couple instances where I can see this very differently, right? Wow. All of them. Holy fuck. Are we going on trips with too many people?
100%. 100%.
Honestly, though, like, shit or get off the pot. It goes back to that. Like, if you're taking a trip together, what's the intention of taking the trip? Is
just
it
to, like, go and explore? To be fair, if I were to go on a work, I'm sorry, it is a work trip for one of us.
Okay.
So it would technically be a work trip.
Yeah,
and
but
I would
like,
just be tagging along.
Regardless, it's a trip. Huh. Where is it to?
The UP.
North? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second to process this.
Okay.
So I know who it is in this case that you're asking, but talking
No,
picture,
you don't.
Okay. But we're talking about how it would be.
If it were. If it's a situation like seed number 2 and like a situationship.
Yeah. This is the hypothetical of this. I don't think that out of those 3 things that could happen, keeping things exactly the same, I don't think taking a trip like that with a situationship keeps things the same. I think it does typically one of 2 things. There's a fork in the road, you're at an impasse, a stop sign, whatever. You take this trip together and now you've got either, okay, you know, we spent time together, multiple nights together. We did some new fun things together, whatever it is. And now we either have these stronger feelings or we have these ick feelings, right? Or whatever that is. I mean, you stay the night multiple nights. You see this person sometimes at their worst, depending on where you're staying. Are you camping? Are you?
No.
I know you're not. But taking all this into account of it could be anyone in any kind of situationship.
We're saying if we were to go, we would stay in a hotel.
Okay.
To help with 2 beds.
Yeah.
Okay.
With 2 beds.
There will be 2 beds. There will be 2 beds.
Well, this is friendship.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, to be fair, though, if I was in a situation... Hold on, let me think.
Yeah.
Wow. This is complicated.
If you have an opinion and you happen to be listening or watching, let us know. Like, is that crazy? What's worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is that, like, we end up hating each other and we'll never see each other after this trip. Right?
And the % chance of that happening is, like, 0.05.
You think?
I feel like people don't take trips that they think they could hate each other after. Hate is so strong,
hate
right?
Is strong.
Like,
I don't
that
mean
is
hate,
the worst
like,
thing that could happen.
We could...
You could dissolve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could... Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, that's kind of what happened for me.
That's true. Ooh, that's a really good point. That's a really good point.
We'll debrief more about that because there were other things in that situation that were factored in, right?
Sure.
He had problems with alcohol. There were other things involved. There were differences of opinions on lots of big life things. He and I should have only been friends ever. I would say that's not in your situationships. That's not the situationships you have is people you should have only ever been friends with. You normally have more in common with them. I was dating a lot of people that I did not have a lot in common with.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's hard to talk about this and not like rat everybody out and not just air everybody's shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still protecting people from years ago.
And why are you doing that?
Why?
For what?
Why? Because I don't burn bridges.
You don't. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the ones I wanted to torch, I
don't
lit a candle and then blew it out, you know?
Yeah, you didn't do enough
I didn't do enough
to diminish the flame.
No. So I would say that I hope you have a lovely trip if you or anyone is going on a situationship trip. If it is with somebody you've been seeing on and off for a while, or like being friends with benefits or whatever anybody has that they call a situationship. If you've been friends with that person and know that person for months, it's less awkward than if it's like a new thing, right?
Sure,
When
of
you've
course.
got,
I would
like,
never do it with a new person.
No. But a lot of people do. They've
Yeah.
got that new relationship energy and they're like, oh my God.
A week is a long
Let's
time.
suggest a too early trip.
A week is like a really, really long time.
Is that how long we're talking right now is a week?
Maybe 5 days.
How many nights? 4 nights minimum? 5 days max?
Maybe.
Or minimum?
I don't know. I have to like look at the calendar. I
mean,
really
that's
know.
a long time to be committed to being around a person that maybe you've only ever spent like 2 consecutive nights with or something. But I would say it's less daunting than if it was a new relationship.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any hard feels on that? Like,
I don't know. I really like.
Yeah.
Since it was posed and like discussed in person, I really don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah. When was the last time it was all discussed?
Over the weekend, like last weekend.
Okay. So it came up again.
Yeah.
Okay. How does the other person feel about it?
Totally normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he lay out any like intentions that he had in inviting you with?
Well, we had discussed going to the UP.
Yeah.
And so like.
Shit just be falling over
my
here.
fault.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, we had discussed going to the UP and like have been talking about it for a long time now.
Months,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So like this is just an opportunity to do that on his work's time, you know?
Honestly, I think it sounds fun. Like, I would do it.
Yeah.
If
You
you're
can
asking,
bust it.
like, would you do it? I would do it for sure.
Do you want to watch Simon?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I would love to. No, seriously. The boys will be sad if it's a week they're not here. And I hope it is when they're here. But if it's not,
I actually
whatever.
don't know.
Yeah.
we'll
We'll look
see.
it up.
Yeah.
We'll look it up. But, yeah, I think if the other person is clear about the intention, it leaves less questioning, right? Like, hey, we both want to go to this place. It sounds awesome. Let's go. Or, hey, I really enjoy spending time with you. I'd like to do that more. But if there's like a whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's clear, but when it's not, that's when it makes you feel like, is this crazy?
Is it okay? Is it too late to go into it just as friends, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
You're just going to say like, hey, we're not going to have sex on this trip?
I don't know why you assume we're having sex to begin with.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm saying
I will say I would go. I promise you I
hypothetically.
would go into it and saying, yeah, we're not gonna have sex on this trip.
You're going to say that?
Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
yeah.
Is that crazy?
I'm sorry, what?
Why is that?
You're getting 2 beds. One's a sex bed, one's a sleeping bed.
Who's having sex?
It will be in 2 different rooms.
He, like, if he wants to have sex, with somebody else, don't do it in the room with me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have a hand for reasons.
Literally. In a bathroom you can use.
In a bathroom.
Don't do it in my face.
Yeah,
I can't actually
don't
say
do
that.
it.
That's crazy. That's so mean. But actually,
can't.
like...
I can't. I will never forget, though, when I went to the UP with a friend, a male friend, and I remember telling you, like, the last night we stayed, it was booked because it was, like, the weekend, and it was apparently a heavy travel weekend, whatever. We didn't even know what town we were in. We checked in, and we're like, we just need a room with 2 beds, and they said we have 1 room left, and it's a queen bed, and that's it. And I think we talked about this before on the podcast, but... So I don't know, just good luck. Make those arrangements ahead of time because you never know when they're just going to have 1 queen available. And if they did, what are we doing? Sleeping on the floor?
I'm not sleeping on the floor.
Correct.
What the hell?
Correct.
He can.
He may choose to
Grab a cot. I don't know.
grab a cot. It's one of those roll-in kid
Literally.
ones. I love that.
Just to be my own space.
Do you know about where the trip is taking place?
No.
Okay.
I have not asked any of those details. Because
Okay.
to me, I don't really care.
No, but
Doesn't matter
it's
to me.
pretty. I mean, it's so beautiful up there.
Especially in the fall.
Yeah. And just getting up there and like, I will say, if you guys go see waterfalls or do anything, it's kind of romantic. So just be warned. He might catch the feels.
I don't feel like that's going to happen.
No comment.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll catch the feels.
I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know. There's something about being in the woods with like no cell service and a waterfall, you know? I know.
Sure.
We're going to send you with like our Garmin or
I'm
like
not
something,
concerned. I don't feel
but-
like he'll take me in a place where I feel unsafe.
Okay.
Depending on who this person is.
Basically, once you cross the bridge. It's so
don't know.
desolate.
We'll see.
Depending on who this person is.
I don't want to
Hypothetically.
single anyone out just because I know a few people
Yeah.
that are going to listen and be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to invite her, she's saying,
Oh,
are you in your year of yes? You could go on multiple trips.
I could.
That'd be fun.
And they would all be the same situation.
Yeah.
I'll get the bed, you take a cot.
Yep.
And we'll figure out from there. In case you happen to be listening to this and we went on a date recently.
And we went on a date recently. This is where I'm at.
Yeah, sorry.
Just putting it out there.
I don't know.
I love that.
Crazy.
Did I tell you? Sorry,
Crazy.
I just remembered this. The Buccaneers came back this week.
You did tell me that.
Last week. And I watched episode 2 of season 2. There's just a lot of drama in it. A lot of drama, relationship stuff. Not going to give any spoilers or anything.
Sure.
Just, yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice, I get to hear about dating from you and from other people. And then I get to see these fun shows where I'm really invested in the characters. And there's just so much relationship dynamics.
Do you feel like I talk too much about dating?
No.
What about on the podcast?
I mean, it's our fucking podcast.
Sure. But knowing
that you tell every person you date what the podcast name is.
But
have you told Josh?
Yeah.
Hey, Josh. Now I get to address him too.
No.
I love
please
this.
Please don't.
No, I mean but I think, I even hesitated to talk too much about marriage.
Yeah.
Especially because Jason listens, and you don't want to I'm not bad mouthing my spouse, but when I'm frustrated, I'm going to say things.
Yeah.
And you know what? Last week, writing down all those feelings that I felt, I realized too, I was a husband's girly last week, and I didn't see him at all, barely. And I had a week I really needed my husband.
Yeah.
And I was a needy bitch. The amount of times I texted him, I miss you, I just want a hug, whatever. Our candle's still burning, but it's barely.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah. But I really needed him last week, and I'm yeah, if I were to do the podcast during a needy time, I'd be gushing about marriage and about my husband. And so I think people talk about their relationships a lot in general. And whatever that looks like in whatever way, you have the right to talk about that. I don't think there's too much. I think.
Okay, but if it affects.
Knowing that they all watch it.
Yeah. And obviously, and could be impacted. I have no idea. But. Yeah. Because of something I've said or haven't said on the podcast.
If you are listening and you are taking Karla on dates and anything that she or I have said on the podcast has made you feel differently about your dates, then stop listening.
You think?
I don't know. This is us. This is our girl talk.
Sure. Yeah.
You're not invited.
Yeah.
You were invited.
Well, I just told the name. I didn't have you. I don't know.
I just told you the name.
I didn't ask you to listen.
Thank you for the viewership.
We take the engagement. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But so okay.
And all of the people you're seeing are really awesome, and I don't think they would hear this and be like, ugh. And you're really upfront with all of them about what you're looking for, and so if they hear something and they feel like they were caught off guard, it's up to them to have that conversation with you. Hey, you said this. What did you mean about that? Or
and some people really do.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah. Others don't. I wish they would.
Yeah.
Cause I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Some really do, and others don't.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
I'm gonna leave that vague. Some really do, and others don't. Are you some or are you others? I don't know.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. It's not a secret. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Anyways,
but no, my quick answer is you don't talk too much about relationships.
Okay. Do
even
you guys
Elena
think?
Says I'm here for it.
Okay, but yeah, sure, that's true. Do you guys think, as listeners / viewers, do you think we should cut out some of the dating / marriage talk?
Ooh,
I'm
has
just
anybody
curious.
given you that feedback?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Okay.
If you are listening and you have feedback about how much or how little we talk about marriage and dating, let us know. Yeah, if you're here for it, great.
And this is
time.
This is not if you this is your first episode.
We don't want your opinion. Yeah, if it's your first
we do,
episode.
but not about that.
Not about that.
You don't have you can't.
There's no history here.
Yeah,
Let's
if you're
history.
a regular listener and you feel like you're so sick of hearing about my dating life and Carly's marriage, let us know. That's why I'm just curious because we can stop.
No, we can't stop. These are my updates. I know Elena before has said I didn't have as heavy of a dating history. It's very fun to listen to.
And people have told me that because I really, outside of this, people don't know what my dating life looks like.
No.
Which is crazy considering how much I share on here. But if you and especially even Kelsey, she listens to this for updates because I just don't talk about my dating life with anybody besides you.
Here.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
I grill you extensively too, and I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I love it.
It's fine. I don't mind it. It is what it is. I'm willing to talk about it. It just like I'll never bring it up.
Yeah.
I'll never bring it up. I'll just say that. Anyways.
That makes sense.
So yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Or if you have questions about like, yeah. Yeah, we'll just drop it at that. Yeah. I'm so excited to hear what people have to say.
I don't know that anyone will actually respond to that, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
If you respond, maybe we'll like send you a card.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something cool. I was going to say maybe we'll buy you candy. I don't know who these people are who are listening.
Yeah, like it just depends.
Who might respond, yeah. But there could be perks involved.
There could be perks. Mm-hmm. Engagement if you engage with us, you might get perks. You might get perks. We'll see.
Heavy emphasis on might. I can't.
You never know.
I love that. All right.
Anything else?
I don't know. You said there was a second question, but you were going to hold it.
Yeah, I really can't right now.
No.
Like not.
It's like too much.
It's
too deep. Is it more relationship hypotheticals?
It is, and it's like about someone different. So like I really can't.
But you said the last one wasn't about
not anyone specific.
Particular.
But it's not. If it's not the same person. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Just like I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
So yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for today for me.
Happy Kacey Musgraves episode.
Happy Kacey Musgraves
Happy
episode.
Deeper Well episode.
Deeper Well.
Okay. Good?
I think we're good.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Make It to Wednesday Hump Day Podcast. We are your hosts.
I'm Carly.
And I'm Karla. If you like what we're doing, feel free to like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star review, leave us some comments, send us some messages, send us a text message. We love those. Check us out on all our social media, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I say it every week. And I just
Share our shit.
Share our shit. SOS. This is an SOS.
This is an SOS.
It's giving Rihanna. Is that her song?
Ooh.
No. Is that Jonas Brothers?
Girl, I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I think it's both, actually. I actually think it's both.
SOS with whatever artist that was.
SOS. Share our shit. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week for episode 28. We don't know what episode that will be yet, but we'll figure it out.
It'll be great.
It'll be last minute. As we get into it. We'll see you next week.
Bye. And that's a wrap on this week's episode of Make It to Wednesday. We hope we've helped you laugh, think, and maybe even get through a tough moment in your week. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, and leave us a review if you loved hanging out with us. Your feedback keeps us going. Follow us on all of our social media for more behind-the-scenes fun and updates. Got a topic or question you want us to tackle? Slide into our DMs or send us an email at makeittowednesdaypod@gmail.com. Thanks for spending part of your week with us, and until next time, keep pushing through. You're doing great. We'll see you next Wednesday.